hate women who like try to embarrass you, and then like I was just sitting here thinking about how this one time I went to like the hairdresser, the salon, and she tried to embarrass me in front of this guy who was in there who would not stop talking to me. I don't know what was his problem. Like it's not that like it's bad to talk to people, but like I was getting my hair done and it was such an uncomfortable experience. And this is like a bro salon. Like I don't go to like a hairdresser in people's house because I'm just scared. You never know if people are crazy. But oh my god, like she tried to embarrass me in front of this man because I guess she was mad that he was talking to me, which I was like, okay, like I get that to a certain extent. If you're mad, like that's your business. You can be mad at whoever you want to be, but why do you have him here if you don't want him talking to the customers? Don't bring him here. And then another weird thing that happened to me there is that it was this guy who came to get a massage, and I think it was like one of those kind of massages because he was like, "You're not gonna do it, right?" Like, but like he was like smiling. I was like, "No." He was like, "Yeah, I figured," and he just laughed it off. He's like, "Did he try to get my number?" And I'm like, "No. What is wrong with the?" I'm not even gonna put the name of this place out, but it was crazy, and I'm sitting there like, what place am I even at? Like, this is insane. Mind you, I've been going there since I was a kid. It is a real salon. Like, it's not like a fake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like people actually get their hair done there. And I just like felt so confused and like ashamed. I don't know. Like, I never went back, but why would you try to embarrass somebody in front of like a guy that you chose to bring there? Why do people bring their partners or the guys that they are interested in? I don't even think those two dated. I think she just didn't want him to talk to anyone else, which that is your business. I don't care, but leave me alone. And then it's like a Brazilian place next door, right? So I was gonna go to that Brazilian place to get something to eat because they had always told me, "Hey, you should come over." I think they just assumed I was Brazilian because it's like a thriving Brazilian little community in that area. I guess I don't know. I just seen the Brazilian restaurant and I was like, oh, "Okay, yeah, like I would love to get like some food on the way home. I haven't eaten all day." Tell me why she like. I was like, "Oh no, you shouldn't go over there." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there anyway. Like I'm not worried." It was a woman who asked me to go to, not just men. Like, the people who own a place or work there, they all asked me to go. And she like kept saying it. I'm just like, bro, leave me alone. Like, I don't care. Leave me alone. And then she just kept pushing and pushing. And it's like, I'm just like ignoring it. And she's like, "Oh no, you shouldn't go there." And like, she's getting like more aggressive where she's like, "Oh, well, they're probably like R words." And I'm like, that's weird to say. Like I don't understand what would make her feel comfortable saying that. Like these are regular people. Like, and there's gonna be people who defend this. Like, "Oh well, maybe she knew them better than you." Because I told someone this story, and they're like, "Well, maybe she knew them better than you." And I'm like, "No, she was being weird." And it's like I hate people who feel like they have to block other people's connections to people because they're insecure and they want to be the only person who like gets attention, or they're insecure within themselves. I really don't care. Just leave me the fuck out of it. Like, I remember when I first told her I was going over there, she was like all nice, and then she looked at me like, "Oh, they want you to come over?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh well, like you shouldn't go over there because it's just a lot of men over there." And I'm like, "No, there was women over there too." Like, and she just kept going, and I'm just like, "Here we go with this shit. I already know what's coming." I hate women who act like this, and she just kept pushing. And then like she just kept getting more aggressive, like as it was like time, like my hair was getting done because I was just getting a blowout and a trim, and she was like, "No, like you really shouldn't go over there. No, like seriously, you shouldn't go over there." And it's like, can you shut the heck up? Like no one asks you what I should and shouldn't do. Um, first of all, there's an outside area, so I didn't even have to go inside. Like I literally could just order my food and got it outside. She was just being weird. Mind you, it's not just Brazilians. Like there's all type of Americans who go over there. Like obviously there's Brazilian Americans, but like there's like a bunch of like white people who I knew growing up too. There's black people who went there who I knew growing up, like from the suburbs. And I'm just like, why do you care so much? And then she like got like she's continuously got more and more aggressive because one thing I'm gonna do is ignore you if you're telling me what to do and you're being weird. Like I can already see sense your energy. And then that's when she said that they were probably like R words and like, oh, it's just too many people who come in and out. That, oh my God, they always hit you with the, oh, that's not really you. That's not really your scene. Who are you to tell me what my scene is? Like, I hate people like that. You don't know me like that. Stop trying to speak for me. Stop, because you're mad because you probably like someone over there and you want to like stop me from going to have a good time. I cannot stand people like that. And yeah, I want to go to that. I might go to that Brazilian place and post it. That was crazy. Like, first you're mad because the guy that you have in here that's making me uncomfortable because he won't leave me alone and I can't see anything without him interrupting and like chiming in. I cannot stand people like that. It's so annoying. I'm trying to be on my phone. It's like, oh, well, why are you on your phone all the time? You must really like that phone. It's like, or maybe because I just want to chill and like I'm involved in this. That's so unprofessional, by the way. Like, that's so unprofessional. And then I hate when people put you in the spot to have someone like that there and then be like, well, they're already in there. And they're like, well, you don't mind them being there, right? And even if you say no, like, they'll just have, like, the person sitting there like, oh, well, he's no harm. He or she's no harm. And it's like, I just said no. But I needed a blowout because, like, I needed to trim before I went to, like, a little event. And I just, like, was like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to get this over with. I never did it again. I only do my own hair unless I'm at, like, a real salon. And, okay, that's like a real salon, right? Like, she owns that salon. But here's the thing. Here's the difference. If you go to, like, a franchise, I feel like they're held to higher standards. A lot of people wonder why people don't support small businesses or independent businesses. It's because the level of coof that people lack in those businesses is so high. Like, they don't have a standard of, like, you shouldn't treat people this way. Like, you shouldn't have people sitting there staring at a person getting their hair done down. It's uncomfortable. It's weird. He's a man and I don't know him. Like, it's weird. And then she got mad because he, like, kept offering me a ride home. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to take it anyway. But this is your fault. Like, you were the cause of this. You could have not had him here to begin with. And then I just really wish, like, yeah, I went to this hair salon in the mall for like years. I forgot the name. It's like Regis. I know like people probably know that brand because it's like Regency or something like that. I don't know. It closed down in my local mall, but I think they moved it to like the bigger mall because they're renovating. But I don't know. I had horrible experiences there too with people just being like rude and catty. But overall, because it's a brand salon, they can't take it as far as they can in like an individual owned salon. And I'm sorry if your salon is amazing, but you need to make sure like your clients, like the people who've rent out spaces in that shop or that salon area, are held to a higher standard. But for me personally, I prefer to go to like franchises. I don't like going to small businesses. I just don't. Because I feel like every time I've been to like a small business, unless it was like one where they have to pay a high market value to be there, like say like on Main Street in like Ellicott City, I love that place. They have to pay like a higher rent to be there, right? Like renovations after the flood was like 2 million minimum and people had to come out of pocket if they own their shop, right? They have more to lose, so they're not gonna be rude. They're not gonna like do things that make customers uncomfortable or just things that like are tacky and just unprofessional. That's why I would prefer to be there, in my opinion. Now, I would never in life go to an Ulta salon because I'm actually terrified. I've seen their work and I'm not gonna do that. Or the Great Clips, they ruined my hair. And I thought it was only me, and I'm not happy that anyone else went through this, but I'm glad that I wasn't alone in realizing like Great Clips was an awful experience. Awful. They do not know how to cut hair. Once she cut my hair, when it was like curly and like she jacked my hair up so bad. When I think back on it, it was so lopsided. It was like layers. It was awful. And I remember her being like, mind you, I was like 15, 14 or 15. And she was like, she's like, oh, I love your hair. And then the other lady walked out, like really, and roll her eyes. And I'm like, that is insane. Like, you're really out here hating on a 14-year-old. Seek help. Seek a mental evaluation. ma'am, like, you need it, clearly. And then you messed up my hair, and I felt like it was kind of targeted. I felt it was targeted. But then other girls started experiencing the same thing, and I'm like, are they, like, targeting our hair? Like, or is it just they don't know what they're doing? Do you just happen to hire everyone who is awful at cutting hair, or are they targeting girls' hairs? I don't know. But it's something to think about. Because it's kind of weird how you, like, shade me, but then you get a curly perm. That's weird. But that's whatever. That's not besides the point. The point is, people lack professionalism. And people do really weird stuff just to try to, like, bring others down a notch when it's not necessary. Like, I'm not bothering these people. I don't even know these people. I feel like it's like, oh my God. How do you maneuver that? Because obviously, like, I do my hair at home. I'm terrified to go to, like, public places anymore because of how awful people do things out of spite when you don't even know them.